What's up guys, welcome back to my channel. Today is my favorite day of the month, and that is the day that I get to film my update on our debt payoff. And this month is especially exciting because we are hitting a major milestone. If you're new here, hey, I'm Lauren, and my husband and I are trying to pay off $392,000 worth of debt. There was student loans, a car loan, credit card debt, just everything you can think of, and that is not including our mortgage. So as of today, we are under the $300,000 mark, and we are hitting a major milestone today with our debt payoff, and I'm really excited to share that with you. So let's start and take a look back at the goals that we set for the month of September to see if we hit those goals. All right, our first September debt goal was to pay $3,000 towards our debts, which are currently just our home equity line of credit and our student loans, and we were able to meet that goal. We actually exceeded it by just a little bit. We paid $3,085 towards debt this month, and I'm going to show you the breakdown in just a second. And then our second goal was to hit 25% of our total debt paid off, and we made it. It was a close one. It was down to like $40 at the end of the month. If I didn't make a $40 payment by the end of the month, we were gonna just barely miss it. But I was able to scramble and find an extra $40 somewhere and make another debt payment. So I'm really excited that we were able to hit that goal. It's such a huge milestone. I feel really, really happy about it. I'm so proud. I'm trying not to think into the future and like think of all that we have ahead of us still. I'm just trying to enjoy this moment and celebrate it for a minute. And I'm so excited that you guys get to celebrate with me. I feel like you're on this journey too with me, and you're looking forward to these wins just like I am. So I'm really happy to share this one with you guys today. All right, let's jump to my debt payoff tracking spreadsheet. If you like this spreadsheet, I do have it available for purchase in my shop. It's an instant download to Google Sheets, so you can start using it right away, and you can update it on any device you have, on your phone, on your computer, whatever, because Google Sheets is linked through the internet, and so you have access to that spreadsheet wherever you go. I use it every single month to show you my updates, and it also comes with a detailed video tutorial on how to set it up and use it and everything like that. So if you're interested in getting it for yourself, I will link it down below in the description for the video. Okay. So you're gonna see here it says 24.4% debt paid off here, and that's because I wanted to do this with you guys so you guys can see it turn to 25. But before we get to this exciting part, we're gonna scroll down and look at the payments we made. So here is where I enter our payments, and they total, and then they automatically go up to the top part of the spreadsheet. So it does have that automation in there. So for this month, we paid our minimum payments, which just auto draft from our account on our two student loans. So $893 and $1,882. Those come out automatically. And then we paid $310 towards our home equity line of credit. This is a debt that is interest only. We only have to pay the interest for the minimum payment. So that's about $75. It goes down a little bit over time, but it's about $75. And then anything extra we have for the month, we pay on top of that $75, and so we were able to pay a total of $310 to our home equity line of credit this month, and that got us to $3,085 of payments towards debt this month. Okay, so let's scroll up and take a look at the numbers. So we started out the month with our home equity line of credit with a balance of $18,225, and as of October 1st, 1 month later, it was at $17,985. So we got under that $18,000 mark, so that's really exciting. We're in the 17s, and we are slowly chipping away at it. It's going slower than I'd like. I was really hoping to have this like not necessarily paid off, well, that would be great, but like down to $10,000 by the end of the year. But I don't know that that's any sort of realistic with just what our income is right now. So we're gonna keep pushing and get this thing paid off as fast as we can, but I am happy to be under $18,000 with that debt. My husband's student loan went from $87,248 to $86,565. So we are under $87,000 with that debt. We're into $86,000. And then for my student loan, we went from $191,367 to $189,940. So we are out of the 190s for my loan as well. So we did hit some good milestones with each of our debts this month, but the most exciting one is coming up right now. So we start out the month with $296,840 of debt, and we made $3,085 worth of payments. Now, this is the one part of the spreadsheet that's not automated, and I go over this in detail in the video tutorial that comes with it, but this is the one thing you have to do, and this is how this little pie chart is gonna update to show 25% paid off. So you just go to the prior month's principal payments. You put your cursor in the bottom right corner until it makes a plus, just like that, and then you drag it over. Make sure you're watching right here. I feel like I'm being really dramatic, but I'm very excited about this, and I'm just a total spreadsheet nerd, and this is a very exciting moment for me. So please just bear with me if this is like ridiculous to you. But 24.4% paid off. Okay, ready? Watch when I drag this over. It's gonna say 25% paid off. Yes, I am so excited to see that. It's a nice solid chunk out of that pie. Thinking about where we started with nothing, with 0% paid off, to here, like, it's just, it feels really good. It feels really good. I don't care how much debt you have, if you have $5,000 of debt or $500,000 of debt. 25% paid off is a nice milestone to hit. Okay. Now that I've celebrated that for a minute, I have my moment. Thank you for letting me have that. Let's take a look at the rest of the numbers. So of that $3,085 that we paid this month, $2,350 went towards principal and $735 went towards interest. So we refinanced our debts a bunch of times, so the interest has been kind of like all over the place, but you can see the last month was $739, now it's $735, and that's kind of how I expect it to trend. I expect it to maybe be like $5 to $10 less in interest every single month going forward, unless we end up refinancing something else again. But yeah, the interest should be going down every single month, but not by like huge amounts, just by little increments. But still, every month we're paying less and less interest, so that is always great to see. So for the month, we ended at $294,490. So we started out at the very beginning of our debt-free journey with $392,411 of debt, and we're at $294,490, which means that we've paid off $97,921, and we are going to hit $100,000 paid off next month. So you already know this if you watched my October budget with me, because we budgeted to purchase 2 new iPhones, one for me and one for my husband, as our gift to ourselves for hitting this $100,000 paid off milestone. And we needed something to keep us going, keep us motivated. And so we did budget for that. And I did a whole breakdown. If you're interested in seeing how much the new iPhone costs, I did a whole breakdown of exactly how much we paid through Verizon and this deal they have going on. So check out my October budget if you want to see more about that. I'll actually link it up here if you want to check it out. But yeah, so next month we are going to hit $100,000 paid off. If we just pay the minimum payments on our student loans and pay nothing on our home equity line of credit, we will hit $100,000 paid off. So that is super exciting. I'm just very excited this month. This is an exciting month debt-wise. Like, some months are kind of just like, rah, rah, like, okay, we're going along our way and it sucks and it's hard, but we're pushing forward and making progress. And then other months it's like super exciting, and this is one of those months. Okay, last thing I want to look at is year-to-date totals. So year-to-date we've paid $42,702 towards debt, and $35,205 of that went towards principal, and about $7,500 went towards interest. So I was hoping we would pay under $10,000 in interest this year, and I think we're gonna stay under that. I think it's gonna be around $9,000 or $9,500 that we end up paying in interest this year, and obviously, hopefully next year it'll be half of that, and it'll just keep going down and down and down. But yeah, so I am glad to see that the interest is a lot less than last year. Let's see what we paid last year. In total, we paid $17,771 in interest. So even if we're at $10,000, that'll still be $7,000 less in interest we're paying this year. And that's because we got our credit cards paid off and other higher interest debt that we had. And so we're just really, even though we have a lot of debt, it is low interest rates. Our home equity line of credit is 4%, and then our 2 student loans are 2.94%. I was debating whether to bring this up, but I've gotten some comments lately that I think are really well intended, but are just a little bit like frustrating, because people are saying like, you're doing a good job, but like you need to pick up the pace. And I just like, I literally cannot hustle any harder. Like, I quit my job, so I'm not making the full-time 6-figure salary that I was. And like, when I was, we were paying like $5,000, $7,000 a month, because we were living off of one salary and basically putting my entire salary towards our debt. But like, we don't have that anymore, and I am hustling to build up my income. Like, I'm hustling as hard as I can to work on my YouTube business and grow that into something that's more sustainable, but that takes time. Like, you have to invest a lot of time up front to gets the foundation for YouTube going before it pays off. Like, I know a lot of people who put in hours and hours and hours early on, and now they work way less than me and make 4 times as much money because they put in the work up front. So it's an investment in this business that hasn't paid off yet, but like that's the plan, is to have some lighter debt payoff months or even a year where it's just not as quick as it was, in order to have a long-term sustainable career for myself that I like, that allows me flexibility to be home with my daughter more. So it's all in the plan. Like, I literally can't hustle any harder. I'm filming right now while my daughter's sleeping. I have her full-time. I have 4 hours a week that I have some help, but otherwise it's me full-time during 9 to 5, and then just me and my husband in the mornings and the evenings. And then after, you know, dinner or when she goes down to go to bed, I'm on my computer for like anywhere from 2 to 4 hours working on YouTube stuff, and like that's all I can do. So I appreciate the like concern for the position we're in. Like, we're in a bad financial position. Just because I'm excited about our progress doesn't mean I think we're in a safe financial position. Like, that's why I'm doing this. That's why I am doing a debt payoff journey where I'm trying to hustle and pay this off early instead of just paying our minimum payments and going on vacation with the extra money. I get that we're in a bad situation, but we're in such a much better situation than we were in January 2020, where our debts were going up every single month. So I think like if you're coming in midway and you don't see where we came from, maybe you don't have good perspective on the situation. But yeah, I don't know. I don't really like it. It wasn't a hate comment at all, or hate comments that I've gotten. It's not hate, but I think it's really important to understand like this is all planned out. This is all intentional. We're not just like going with the flow to see whatever our income is. Like, we have specific plans, specific goals, and timelines for things. So I think I've like talked that into the ground, but I felt like it was really important because the purpose of me sharing this is not just to like share my story and keep myself accountable because I know you guys are watching, but it's also to help you understand my thought process behind all the strategies that we're doing, so you can use that and apply it to your own situation in ways that work for you, or help you think of things from a different perspective that maybe you wouldn't have thought of. So I like to give you an inside look in my thinking somewhat in these videos, so you can see like what our strategy is overall as we evolve through this process. Also, I just wanted to mention that I have hit the 1-year mark since I started sharing our debt payoff updates on YouTube. So that's really exciting. I feel like this has been such a good thing for me, and I was so scared to share that first video talking about our student loan debt where we had like hundreds of thousands of dollars of debt, and it just has totally changed my life to be able to share this online and talk to other people who are going through the same thing and just talk about it more. So if you are paying off debt and you've been thinking about sharing your story through YouTube or other social media, like, I highly recommend it. Just do it. And if you want, you can do it anonymously. Like, you can do it on a channel where you just, you show a screen, or you show yourself writing your debt payoff update, or you just have an Instagram account that's anonymous if you're not comfortable sharing. Like, I totally get that. When I first started YouTube, I didn't use my real name because I wasn't comfortable sharing like who I was at first. It took me 4 years to get to that point. So I highly recommend doing it if you're thinking about it. Okay, so for our October debt payoff goals, I've already talked about this a little bit through the video, but just to get really specific, because I always like to share our goals for the current month and the next month, so I stay accountable in these updates. So for October, we are planning to pay $3,900 towards our debt, and so if we can hit that or exceed it, that would be great. And then the next goal, like I said, is to hit that $100,000 of debt paid off and to get 2 new iPhones to celebrate. So that is all for this month's update. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Like I mentioned before, if you like this spreadsheet that I used in the video, then you can get it at my shop that is linked in the video description. If you like this video, make sure you give it a big thumbs up. It really helps out my channel. And if you want to see more videos like this from me, then hit that red subscribe button. I'd love to have you as a subscriber to follow along with my debt payoff journey. And I'll see you guys soon in my next video. Bye.